Hey guys, and welcome back to another Horus Heresy Legion build video. And this week we had some productivity up, and we also had productivity down. So we're going to get into that down in a bit. But otherwise, Contemptor dreadnought tallon finished, got them done, 2 weeks put together, 3 dreadnoughts painted up. I was super happy because I didn't really think that I was going to do it at the start of the week because it took me a whole week to get them assembled. Then last weekend, I got them base coated, and I missed some evenings painting, but I just kept working away at them, busy, and I got them done. But I'll show you in a second. Let's have a look at them. Okay, guys, so here we have the 3 painted Contemptor dreadnoughts. I'm quite happy with the way they turned out. It was, as I say, it was a bit touch and go. Now, these guys have not been varnished yet because the weather has been less than favorable here. It's been very wet, very damp conditions, and any of you that have used spray varnish before know that it is notoriously temperamental to bad weather. So I am just holding off. I'm just going to keep my powder dry, and when it improves or I get the opportunity to varnish them, I will do it. So let's get a closer look at them all painted up. I'm quite happy with the way they turned out. Just get my turntable out of the way here. We'll just use a bit of video magic. So I'll just line them up the back there. So let's take a look at the guy with the conversion beamer first. We got the conversion beamer painted up. We didn't go to town on the details. Just kept it very simple. Lead belcher. Some very simple highlights on it, mostly on the cabling, because you have to remember that battlefields in the Horus Heresy were very hostile environments. Just a small bit of gold detailing on the guns. Dry brushed the carapace and the rest of the black armor. Applied the decals. Painted the eyes. I used Mephiston red, Wild Rider red, Fire Dragon bright, and then just some white scar as a dot in the corner. And the same with the lens there. I don't know if you can see that. Try to get up to the light there. Okay. He has his meltagun fist, and he has his chain fist ready to tear some tanks apart. This guy here is the plasma blast gun, I believe that's what it's called, in the fist. You can see it in there. And he has his trusty plasma cannon sidearm. I painted the cabling with it's a red contrast paint that's not Blood Angels red. Is it Flesh Tearers red? The red contrast that was used for Blood Angels before Blood Angel red was out. And I also used Duncan Rhodes' How to Paint Glowing Plasma Coils for the plasma coils on the plasma cannon. I'm super happy with how they came out as well. I think it looks pretty cool. You see there I painted the lens in a blue as well, and we got a red lens over that, and I painted the white eye lenses in the same way again. I didn't really go overboard on much of it because, again, we're keeping in mind the 2 foot rule when it's away from you, and it's pretty good. And last but by no means least, we've got the Forge World Dark Angels Contemptor dreadnought. I was super happy with how this came out. Loads of details on it, like the melted candles on top. Sorry, I had a bit of an incident at work. Pay no heed to the dodgy finger. Just applied some decals to the knee. And I just painted some freehand checks on the power fist. I wasn't going around the whole way, so I just put a bit on there just to spruce it up. We got the gold knuckle dusters there, and he's got his Volkite weapon there. Again, I painted the cabling in white, and then I just used some contrast paint over it. Job done. I used Mephiston red on the details on the shoulder. I just highlighted them with some Wild Rider red. And for my base, I used a Grillian Badland to put on the base. When it dried and cracked up nicely, I used some weathering powders, two different colored weathering powders, and I set them in place using airbrush thinner. That's right, airbrush thinner. So that was the good week. Now, let's get on to the bad week. I feel like I should call this segment when good sprays go bad. Well, okay, so there might be good sprays. I don't know what your view on the munitorum varnish spray is, but I've never had a problem. I painted this Praetor first, and when I was finished painting him, sorry, I just moved to the middle of the camera there. When I was finished painting him, I came along and I gave him a nice little coat of munitorum varnish all over, and everything worked out perfectly. Great. Look, lovely. Right. So I gave the can like a magnificent shape. Maybe that was the problem. Maybe I shook it too well. And last week I went to spray my tactical squad, and what can only be described is a shit show ensued. This is my tactical squad now. I really hope that the severity of it comes up on the camera, because as you can see on the back now, okay, this is really annoying. Everything looks really dusty and grey now. Now I know it could have been a hell of a lot worse, but like the base, the weathering powders have taken up, have gone white on the base. I just don't know what I'm going to do. I just have to try and pull it back. Let me see if you can see it on the camera there. See it on the head? We've got... it's just not good. It's not black armor anymore. It's just this like really sort of weird tone of grey. And then in the base you can see the white of the varnish. It's just not good. Same in the... It actually looks like the tufts of grass have a frost on them. Again, one is not amused. So this week in the build, I am also going to try, and you can see like on the front of this guy turned out not too bad on the front. But the shoulder and the top of the head are all fucking white. So, it was a bad week for the tactical squad. Anyway, for the next part of the build, we are going to raid the Age of Darkness box set again. And we are going to build, let's move him out of the way, the Spartan. So we've got 1, the upgrade sprue, 2 sprues, the tracks on them, the turret sprues, 3, and 4 big sprues. We are also going to paint the interior of the tank, that you will be able to open the front hatch, and hopefully we'll have this done. So we give ourselves 2 weeks again, maybe. Yeah, we'll see how we're getting on next weekend. Anyway, listen, guys. I hope you're building with me, building whatever, orcs, Eldar. Just do it. Get something, get it put together, have it. Aim to have it assembled by next Sunday. We see where we are, and aim to have it painted the week after, or even if you can start painting it before next Sunday, all the better. Anyway, guys, listen, thank you so much for taking the time to watch the videos. If you like the channel, you don't have to subscribe if you don't want to. Just like the video. And thanks, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.